The Great Bible, Genesis, the 18th chapter. There appeared 3 men unto Abraham. Isaac is promised to him again, at which Sarah laughed. The destruction of the Sodomites is declared unto Abraham. Abraham prayeth for them. The 18th chapter. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plain of Mamre, and he sat in his tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes, and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and fell to the ground, and said, Lord, I beseech thee, if I have found favor in thy sight, go not, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water be fet, and wash your feet, and refresh yourselves under the tree, and I will fet a morsel of bread to comfort your hearts withal. And then shall ye go your ways, for even therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, Do even so, as thou hast said. And Abraham went apace into his tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready at once 3 pecks of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes. And Abraham, running unto his beasts, fet a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to make it ready at once. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had prepared, and set it before them, and stood himself by them under the tree when they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? He answered, Behold, she is in the tent. And he said, In returning, I will come again unto thee, according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. That heard Sarah in the tent door which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were both old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner as it is with woman. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, Now I am waxed old. Shall I give myself to lust, and my Lord old also? And God said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Is anything wonderful to God? According to the time appointed will I return unto thee, even according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied it, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, It is not so, but thou laughedst. And the men standing up from thence looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall be a great and a mighty people, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. I know this also, that he will command his children and his household after him, that they keep the way of the Lord, and do after right and conscience, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham all that he hath spoken unto him. And the Lord said, The cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and their sin is exceeding grievous. I will go down now, and see whether they have done altogether according to that cry which is come unto me, or not, that I may know. And the men departed thence, and went to Sodom ward. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord, and Abraham drew near, and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou destroy and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee, that thou shouldest do after this saying, and slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the world do according to right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, I will spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answering said, Behold, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 45, I will not destroy them. And he proceeded to speak unto him again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. He answered, I will not do it for 40's sake. He said unto him again, O let not my Lord be angry that I speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will do nothing if I find 30 there. He said again, O see, I have taken upon me to speak now also unto my Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. He answered, I will not destroy them for 20's sake. And he said, O let not my Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure there shall 10 be found there. He answered, I will not destroy them for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham. And Abraham also returned unto his place. The 19th chapter. Lot received 2 angels into his house. The filthy lusts of the Sodomites. Lot is delivered and desireth to dwell in the city Zoar. Lot's wife is turned into a pillar of salt. Sodom is destroyed. Lot is drunken and lieth with his daughters, which conceive children by him. The 19th chapter. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat at the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself to the ground with his face. And he said, My lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early to go on your ways. Which said, Nay, but we will bide in the streets all night. And he in manner did even compel them violently. And they turning in unto him, entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake sweet bread, and they did eat. And before they went to rest, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young, all the people from all quarters. And they, calling unto Lot, said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, and we will know them. And Lot went out at the doors unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, Nay, for God's sake, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, I have 2 daughters which have known no man. Them will I bring out now unto you, and do with them as it seemeth good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they in under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said, He came in as one to sojourn, and will he now be a judge? We will surely deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came to break up the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And the men that were at the door of the house, they smote with blindness, both small and great, so that they fainted, and could not find the door. And the men said unto Lot, If thou have yet here any son-in-law, or sons, or daughters, or whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring it out of this place, for we must destroy this place, because the cry of them is great before the face of God, for the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out, and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, saying, Stand up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will overthrow this city. But he seemed as though he had mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, the angels caused Lot to speed him, saying, Stand up, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters at hand, lest thou perish in the sin of the city. And as he prolonged the time, the men caught both him, his wife, and his 2 daughters by the hands, the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth, and set him without the city. It fortuned, when they had brought them out, he said, Save thy life, and look not behind thee, neither tarry thou in all this plain country. Save thyself in the mountain, lest thou perish. And Lot said unto them, O nay, Lord, behold, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. Behold, I cannot be saved in the mountain, lest some misfortune fall upon me, and I die. Behold, here is a city by, to flee unto, even yonder little one. Oh, let me be saved there. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said to him, See, I have received thy request as concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, and be saved there, for I can do nothing till thou be come thither. And therefore the name of the city is called Zoar. And the sun was now risen upon the earth, when Lot was entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven, and overthrew those cities and all the region, and all that dwelled in the cities, and that grew upon the earth. But Lot's wife looked behind her, and was turned into a pillar of salt. Abraham, rising up early, got him to the place where he stood before the presence of God, and looking toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of that country he looked, and behold, the smoke of the country arose as the smoke of a furnace. And it happened that when God destroyed the cities of that region, he thought upon Abraham, and sent Lot out from the midst of the overthrowing, when he overthrew the cities where Lot dwelled. And Lot departed out of Zoar, and dwelled in the mountains with his 2 daughters, for he feared to tarry in Zoar, but dwelled in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the elder said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the world. Come, we will make our father drunken with wine, and lie with him, that we may save seed of our father. And so they made their father drunken with wine that night. And the elder daughter went and lay with her father, and he perceived it not, neither when she lay down, neither when she rose up. And on the morrow it happened that the elder said unto the younger, Behold, yesternight lay I with my father. Let us make him drunk with wine this night also, and go thou and lie with him, that we may raise up seed of our father. And they made their father drunk with wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived it not, neither when she lay down, neither when she rose up. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the elder bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger bare a son also, and called his name Ben-Ammi. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. The 20th chapter. Abraham went as a stranger into the land of Gerar. The king of Gerar taketh away his wife. The 20th chapter. And Abraham departed thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and fet Sarah away. But God came to Abimelech in a dream in the night, and said to him, See, thou shalt die for the woman's sake which thou hast taken away, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not yet come nigh her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay righteous people? Said not he unto me, She is my sister? Yea, and said not she herself, He is my brother? With a pure heart and innocent hands have I done this. And God said unto him by a dream, I wot it well that thou didst it in the pureness of thy heart. I kept thee also that thou shouldest not sin against me, and therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Now therefore deliver the man his wife again, for he is a prophet. And he shall pray for thee, that thou mayest live. But and if thou deliver her not again, be sure that thou shalt die the death, both thou and all that thou hast. Therefore Abimelech, rising up betimes in the morning, called all his servants, and told all these sayings in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. And Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom so great a sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? Abraham answered, For I said, Surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they shall slay me for my wife's sake. Yet in very deed she is my sister, for she is the daughter of my father, though she be not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. And after, God caused me to wander out of my father's house. I said unto her, This kindness shalt thou show unto me in all places where we come, that thou say of me, He is my brother. Then took Abimelech sheep and oxen, men servants and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and delivered him Sarah his wife again. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land lieth before thee, dwell where it pleaseth thee best. But unto Sarah he said, See, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. behold, it shall be a covering of thine eyes unto all that are with thee, and thus withal was she reproved. And so Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidens, and they bare children. For the Lord had closed to all the matrices of the house of Abimelech, because of Abraham's wife. The 21st chapter. Isaac is born. Hagar is cast out with her young son Ismael. The angel comforteth Hagar. The covenant between Abimelech and Abraham. The 21st chapter. The Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and did unto her according as he had promised. For Sarah was with child, and bare Abraham a son in his old age, even the same season which the Lord had appointed him. And Abraham called his son's name that was born unto him, which Sarah bare him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised Isaac his son when he was 8 days old, as God commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old, when his son Isaac was born unto him. But Sarah said, God hath made me a laughingstock, so that all that hear will laugh at me. She said also, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. The child grew, and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast, the same day that Isaac was weaned. Sarah saw also the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, to be a mocker. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Put away this bondmaid and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son Isaac. And this saying was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight, because of the lad and of thy bondmaid. All that Sarah hath laid unto thee, hear her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Moreover, of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. And so Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulders, with the lad also, and sent her away, who, departing, wandered up and down in the wilderness of Beer-seba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the lad under a bush, and went and sat on the other side a great way, as it were a bowshot off. For she said, I will not see the death of the child. And she, sitting down on the other side, lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the child. And the angel of God called Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the child where he lieth. Arise, and lift up the lad, and take him in thy hand, for I will make of him a great people. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the boy drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Pharaon, and his mother gat him a wife out of the land of Egypt. And it chanced the same season that Abimelech and Phicol his chief captain spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. And now therefore swear unto me, even here by God, that thou wilt not hurt me, nor my children, nor my children's children, but that thou shalt deal with me and the country where thou hast been a stranger, according unto the kindness that I have showed thee. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham rebuked Abimelech for a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I wot not who hath done this thing. Also thou toldest me not, neither heard I of it but this day. And Abraham took sheep and oxen, and gave them unto Abimelech, and they made both of them a bond together. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? He answered, For these 7 lambs shalt thou take off my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. Wherefore the place is called Beer-seba, because that there they swear both of them. Thus made they a bond together at Beer-seba. And Abimelech and Phicol his chief captain rose up, and turned again unto the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a wood in Beer-seba, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God, and sojourned in the Philistines' land a long season.